So if I take something like this, if I was to come in with this, for example, and say to you, Steve, can you give me some sort of value on this? How would you go about that, or what would you do?
The value in collectibles is very suggested, especially on new items. There's people that come in today and want to sell it tomorrow. The collectible market doesn't really do that. The collectible market has more of a 6-month, 1 year, 5 year, 10-year plan or investment future stuff. Now, there's books right now that have been priced at, let's say, $3 for the last 5 years. All of a sudden, a new character gets introduced in a TV show, or all of a sudden it's like the first appearance of whomever. That book could skyrocket to a $10, $20 book overnight, because all of a sudden they're going to make a new movie with whatever character in it. With other stuff, it's supply, demand, popularity of the guy, how good a team does, how good a player does. So there is also price guides for every single collectible out there. The problem is people want to come in and want to spend $20, $30 on a price guide and realize that the collectibles are worth $5. So it doesn't really work. Best thing to do is come into the shop first, say, hey, I've got a bunch of comic books. All my comic books are from this era. And then we can give you a rough idea on what the comic books are worth, and say, yeah, you should buy yourself a guide. Or your books are good reading material books. So it's a little tricky without actually seeing what most people have. But once you come in, we can guide you in the proper direction and lead you to the right way of getting you value.
So to me, it's always been a case of how old is it. If it's old, it's going to be worth more money. But that's not necessarily the case.
That is not true. The perfect example would be you have a $100 item that's really, really bad shape, and it's from, let's say, 1940, and it's worth $10. You have an item that's 2010 that's worth $100 in mint shape, and it's worth $100. So age of it doesn't really make much of a difference, other than the fact of the condition again. But again, it's rarity makes a difference, scarcity makes a difference, but most times, like I said, it's the condition is what most people care about.
But surely there are some that there's not so many of,
Correct.
Like they're scarce. So wouldn't that affect the price?
It does for sure. But again, it's the supply demand. It's, do I want the best of the best? Do I just want to have a copy? Do I want to just enjoy it because this has been the family heirloom forever, and it's been in the family, so this is treasure because this was my great-grandmother's or my grandfather's or my grandmother's or whatever. So, like I said, a lot of times there's more value in sentimental value than there is in collector value. But again, it's all depending on what the item is, and it all depends on exactly what you have.
Yeah, so rarity and age, is that not the same thing?
No, because like I said, it's something that was limited out of 10.
Yeah.
Compared to something that's limited out of 1,000. Right. They might both be 50 years old, but the one out of 10 is still more rare than the one out of 100 or 1,000 or whatever it is. So the key things to collectibles is age, rarity, and condition of the item. After that, there's so many other little factors involved, but we can talk about those at different times. But that's the important stuff to know about your item right now.
So Steve, I'm sure a lot of the people have things that they're trying to figure out if there's any value to them or whatever. So what I want to do is I want to suggest to them that they can contact us, especially if they're in Listowel in the area or close enough to get to Listowel, and we'd be happy to have them on the show with their article. Come in and we will have Steve look at your article, whatever it is, and we will attempt to answer your questions. So happy hunting and enjoy your collecting.